Hey folks, so this is the November 2018 Gentleman's Box unboxing. Gentleman's Box, pretty much the current gold standard for the men's boxes to which I subscribe. I posted the Spreza box review earlier, and somebody made a response that Spreza pretty much has just gone to shit, referred to them as the former gold standard for him. Spreza was never a gold standard. They were always kind of a close second, but Gentleman's Box was always like right there as the as the gold standard. So the reason why I groaned, the one thing that Gentleman's Box does and does well is they theme a collection of accessories around something. It's a tribute to like a fictional character. So this month, I don't even have to figure this out. We are honoring our favorite secret agent. I wonder to whom we could be referring. So let's see what we've got here. Let's see. November 2018 marks the 4-year anniversary of Gentleman's Box. In honor of this milestone, we wanted to honor the gent who is currently portraying our first ever honoree, the 007 himself. Starting his acting career at the young age of 6, our honoree played in multiple school plays, later attended the National Youth Theatre of London, and graduated from the Guildhall School of Music and Drama in 1991. He got his break in 1992 when he starred in The Power of One. After that, our honoree went on to star in both the small and big screen, until the biggest role of his biggest role of a lifetime, MI6's Secret Agent 007. Beyond the silver screen, our honoree doesn't keep his identity a secret and gives back to the community as much as possible. He sits as a chairman on the board of directors alongside his wife for the Opportunity Network, an organization that helps students from disadvantaged communities achieve their college and career goals. In early 2018, our honoree auctioned off his personal 2014 Aston Martin Vanquish, and they produced 100 models in honor of the 100th anniversary. The car sold for more than $400,000. Well, I like to do some things the old-fashioned way. So, based on this, I think we're talking about, is it Daniel Craig? I own it. Roger Moore. God, this is going to start such a nerd fight. Roger Moore was my 007. By the time I was old enough to start watching Bond films, I had missed the Sean Connery films. This was back in the 1970s, kid, where we didn't have like VHS tapes and movies on demand. When a movie came in theaters, you saw it, and then you waited for about 3 or 5 years until it was chopped up and put on broadcast as a movie of the week. So for me, Roger Moore. I think, though, Daniel Craig is who they're talking about. So let's see what we've got here. We're going to open this up. Okay. So I'm just going to grab the first thing. You listened! Of course, I know I had nothing to do with this. Although I could see the Gentleman's Box, folks. Can we just, like, do this and shut the fucking panda up? I finally have a solid color tie. I almost want to wear, so, full disclosure, it's the week of Thanksgiving, which means campus is pretty sleepy and not closed, but dead. This was not what I was wearing today. I'm off for bereavement today. My father-in-law passed on a few weeks ago, and we went out for the memorial service this past weekend. So the day of filming is actually my bereavement day. And then tomorrow is technically another bereavement day, although I'm going into the office. The day after that is the day before Thanksgiving. And I'm not wearing a tie because campus is technically closed, but I have to go out and do some things. So maybe when I get back, I will wear the tie because I've been actively lobbying for about 6 months now. Solid color. And here I have a solid color, a black solid color. This is awesome. This is also from Urban Haberdash. I got so caught up in the moment of bliss I always, when I do unboxing videos, I always link this to the provider's page. So hopefully if Birch or Spreza is watching this, see this? This is giddy. This is me not making faces, although I have one guy who always watches my feed, and he always gives the time capture of the moment of ick when I pull something out. So you're not going to get those moments, at least not so far, because I am loving this just simple, solid black tie. The next thing we have is, oh my god, again, I'm loving it. Is just a very simple lapel pin. Let's see if we can get it close enough for eyesight to focus on that instead of me. Just a simple black and white lapel pin. Now, granted, I don't have a tuxedo, and full disclosure, my weight's kind of slipping out of control a little bit. I can still wear the sport coats though. Let's see. Next up is Mayash and a pair of black socks with a white. I was trying to figure out what the pattern is. So I see obviously circles. I see squares. I have no idea what the hell those things are. They're just shapes. I have the Lucky Charms of black and white socks, I guess. Let's see. My only concern is, of course, again, if you've watched my videos, you know I am a morbidly obese male. I'm technically a morbidly getting more obese male, but we won't talk about that right now. The calves are feeling a little grabby, and my only concern is that if I wear these and I take them off, I will have an impression in my calf for many, many, many hours. Nonetheless, I love the pattern. This black and white motif. I'm a fucking panda. Come on. Black and white is like my thing. I actually do some professional, well, okay, it's dormant. I've neglected it like a Midwestern prom night pregnancy, but theoretically, I do some blogging on e-learning, Fat Panda Sensei, and that is my tagline. E-learning as easy as black and white. So I'm loving the whole black and white thing here. I have a box from Vintage Gentleman that I'm going to hold off on because I see a bottle in here, and I'm wondering if this is... Okay. Jeremy Allen Stanton's Barrel Brand Hair and Skin Oil. In a glass bottle. I'll definitely give them credit for that. Hair and skin oil. I've never encountered that before. Like, I don't beard oil. I oil the beard about once a week. Although this whole idea of hair and skin oil, what I'm really trying to do is just get a scent of it. Let's see what this smells like. Without getting it on my nose, well, I guess we're going to test the whole skin thing. I dabbed my nose. It's got a pleasant scent to it. Kind of a sweet scent, not so much spicy. I guess I'm gonna have to. Oh yeah, I got my nose good. Of course, the irony is, when I wake up in the morning and I take a shower, the first thing I do is wash my face to get like the oily feeling off of it, and then here I am now oiling it. But anyway, full circle. So the last thing we've got is from Vintage Gentleman, is a box. I have no idea what's in this box, but let us see what is in this box. And in this box is a watch. So we're kind of in that awkward conundrum, kids, because I don't want to say an early adopter of the Apple Watch, but like when they first came out in May of 2015. I jumped on and then, of course, had to wait until I came up in the line. So it's not that I don't like the watch. It's just I have become such an addict to my Apple Watch. Again, I'm loving the styling of it. This is just it's gorgeous. Look at this. It's black. It's white. It's elegant. The only thing that I need is like an objectified woman with a very sexually objectified, innuendo-driven name kind of hanging out with me right now. And let me just test the other thing. Oh yeah, it'll fit. So I'm liking it. I'm just thinking though, with more and more people going to wearable technology, since I finally got my wish for the solid print tie, Gentleman's Box, if you're tuning in, something you might want to think about in the future is do a poll of your subscribers and see how many of your subscribers have wearables. In particular, let's just say it. How many of your subscribers are attached to Apple Watches, and which one, the 42 or the 38? I'm thinking something like a nice black leather Apple Watch wristband. If you kind of have a way to run the logistics on that could be phenomenal. Again, I'm not complaining. It's a very, very, very nice watch. Again, not complaining. Panda's not complaining. No faces made so far. But I don't know. The analog watches, I'm just, at least for me, I've been doing, hey, there we go, well, for a split second. I've been doing digital for 3 years. So, just a thought. All right, so let's see what we've got in here. So one of the things that I do appreciate about Gentleman's Box is, and Sarah, if you're watching this, just consider this part of the sales pitch that I gave you when I was visiting last weekend. It's a nice starter for guys who might be trying to put their style game together. I own it. Just because I say my father was an attorney doesn't mean that my father taught me shit about grooming, dressing, or anything else. I've pretty much always thought of myself as like the working class, blue collar kid who then went to college, and as soon as I was out of college, I was right back in the working class, hand to mouth. Nobody ever taught me like the whole dressing game and the grooming game. So if you take a look here, each item has both obviously the description, but it gives you a style profile. If you take a look at like the little picture right there, it kind of tells you definitely the style. It gives you some color coordination choices. Over here for the socks, again, we have the style profile, color coordination choices. I'm not so sure about that style on the tie. It doesn't have to be super up dressy. What if I'm in a ska band? What if I'm going to a ska concert? Let's see here. So let's do a quick recap. Our Urban Haberdash tie, as I also put this back in the box. Our Urban Haberdash solid color tie has a retail of $30. Our Mayash socks, retail of $12. Our Urban Haberdash lapel pin has a retail of $15. Our Vintage Gentleman watch, which I'm going to have to take the lid off here. Bear with me for 1 second. And I also kind of knocked off that screen protector. There we go. So the Vintage Gentleman watch has a retail of $55. And again, if we take a look there, we have these style profiles for each. And finally, the Barrel Brands of vanilla. Okay, I knew it smelled sweet. So, full disclosure, my taste buds and scent, they're just so poorly trained. I can eat food and it's like, I like it, I don't like it. I can't give you like a breakdown of all the flavor points. It's just kind of like, yeah, this is good, or holy shit, don't ever feed this to me again. Likewise with scents. I'm kind of training myself to pick up on scents because I do a lot of fragrance stuff. But like half the time, top notes, base notes, I like the smell, I don't. But vanilla, I knew when I did that scent test and dabbed my nose, I knew I was smelling something sweet in there. So $10 for a bottle, but I don't know. So it says they provide you with a 10 milliliter bottle, but I don't know the actual size of the $10 bottle. So I'm kind of liking this. The winter style guide. So they're tapping from old boxes, and actually it just so happens, ironically enough, that Gentleman of the North beanie cap is kind of my go-to winter cap, or at least it was when I was shaving my head. Healthy holidays at home. De-stress during the holidays. Don't go around your fucking family. I'll save you the read on that. Be a good gent. November 15th, National Philanthropy Day. Beyond the Beard. Yes. From November 1st until the 30th, men will put away their razors and clippers and grow their beard out. Well, I've been doing this since end of July. Let's see, our featured member Q&A, and that is that. So, there we go, folks. That is your November 2018 Gentleman's Box Unboxing, honoring our favorite secret agent. At this point in time, if you'd like to subscribe, please by all means hit the subscribe button down there. Still subscribing to Gentleman's Box, including both the regular and the premium. I'm kind of hoping the whatever premium they do next is entitled The Apology. I think that would be what, winter 2018, winter 2019, The Apology. I'm going to give that one more shot. Obviously, this box, Spreza, God, man, to sound like Dean Wormer, they're kind of on double secret probation. If the boxes don't start getting better, and I kind of look at the feedback and the comments that people make, if I hear more people saying, yeah, it sucks, Spreza may get voted off the island. Likewise, Birchbox. Yes, I'm still subscribing. I'm just not feeling the stuff in the box. I'm waiting. So full disclosure, it's the week before Thanksgiving, or at this point in time, it's 3 days before Thanksgiving. So I'm going to see if some of the old geek boxes have good Black Friday sales, and I may reactivate. I'm an addict. I own it. I can't stay away from something for long. So anyway, there we go. Men's boxes right now. I may be doing some geek boxes. Oh, somebody put Guap Box as a suggestion. I took a look at it, and Guap Box just looks like a bad Spreza Box knockoff. And bad Spreza Box is kind of saying something in itself. I'm not saying the quality is bad, but it's like, do I really want to pay $30 a month for another tie, another pair of socks, another pocket square? Again, I'm not saying the quality is necessarily bad, but it's like, the format is like, been there, done that. Got a bin full of socks that I can't put on my fat fucking feet and calves. There we go. If you want to leave some comments, please, by all means, leave some comments down here. I am trying to respond as people make comments now. Beyond that, y'all have a safe, happy Thanksgiving. I will see you all in probably a couple days with the Birchbox, so we'll do the more touchy-feely holiday stuff then. For right now, have a safe fucking Thanksgiving. Survive your family. Just get through it. The mission for me for the next 5 days is get through this shit. So, y'all join me. Get through this shit. I will see y'all for Birchbox. Take care. Be good. Be good to each other. Stay safe. Especially on Black Friday. People lose their shit for cheap stuff.